name is Gabby and I just completed my second year of medicine at the University of Melbourne, where I was placed in Shepparton, Victoria. As part of the Outlook Rural Health Club, I have created this video for everyone who is going to Shepparton to give you some more information about what accommodation is like at the Shepparton Rural Health site. So I talk to you about the different room situations, living quarters, kitchens, communal areas, and all of that, and what it's really like to live there. So I hope you enjoy this video and find it useful. So the general layout of the accommodation in Shepparton is there are 6 pods, which are basically giant 2-story houses that have 11 bedrooms in each pod. But in 2022, this will look a little bit different because they just built some new buildings, one teaching building and one accommodation building for the new MD1s. So it's getting a bit of a makeover and it's going to be bigger than ever. But as it stands at the moment, it's still across the road from the hospital and it's at 49 Graham Street if you'd like to stalk it on Google Maps. Not only is the hospital that you're going to be placed at right across the road, but the learning and teaching building where you will have tutorials and things is right on campus as well. So literally within a 1 or 2 minute walk of your front door, as well as a GP clinic at the front of the campus, which MD3s might be placed at, but also you can just go there to see a GP if you wish as well. There'll also be a second learning and teaching building in 2022, so hopefully that is fully equipped with lots of study spaces and chill out spaces. Okay, as I mentioned, there are 11 bedrooms in each pod, which do vary quite a little bit in size and whatnot. So I'm going to show you a few different clips of different bedrooms that are in the pod. They do vary from about 9 square meters to 13 square meters, and one bedroom in each pod does have a balcony. So each room comes furnished with a double bed, a bedside table, quite a large desk which has some drawers and a shelf set, and a desk chair. As well as a tall boy or a cupboard which has hanging space for you to put your clothes. There is no bedside lamp included, but there are lights above the desk and the bed, so you may not need one, so I recommend sussing it out once you get there. The bed is also tall enough that you can put drawers under the bed to keep your clothes in if you like. I recommend definitely doing that to maximize your storage space. If you are worried about storage, don't worry too much because there is one storage room per pod where you can chuck bigger things in there. We like to keep our bikes in there and any chairs we weren't using and things like that. But as long as you share it around with your pod mates, it should be fine to use. But as you can see, there is quite a variation in the rooms available on campus, so I do recommend emailing DRH Accommodation before moving to find out which room you've been allocated so you can get prepared with sort of how much or how little you should bring, as well as asking about what resources they do supply, as they can give you the most up-to-date information. And here is a clip to give you an idea of what the wardrobe and hanging space is like. And here's the balcony. The table and chairs are not included, unfortunately. So there are shared bathrooms. You either share with one other person or 2 other people. They're not huge, but they're a pretty good size. I shared with 2 other girls and found it to be fine. Good news is though, you don't have to pay for toilet paper. The university provides it. Okay, so the kitchen, lounge / living room is all in together. It's quite a good space, fits everyone, has a big TV and a split system cooling and heating system, which is nice. In terms of pantry space, you have one small cupboard that you can put all of your stuff in that's labelled with your room number. It's not huge, but if you get some drawer or box system, it can help maximise this space for you. There are 2 cooktops and ovens, as well as 1 freezer and 2 fridges to share with everyone. You get 1 shelf to share with someone in the freezer and 1 shelf to yourself in the fridge, with the crisper and door space being communal areas. It can be quite tough sharing a kitchen with so many people, but you can make it work. Just make sure you set some rules and expectations at the beginning of the year. But as you can see from these pictures, we really enjoyed this communal space as a place to hang out and even hold our Christmas in July party. I hope you all enjoy this space too and create some great memories. Hey, in terms of other services on campus, there is a laundry in each pod that has 2 washers and 2 dryers, along with washing baskets, pegs, and clothes horses available, and each pod has their own clothesline outside as well. There is cooling and heating. There's a central aircon system, but it isn't consistent temperatures between the rooms. The top level tends to be a bit hotter, so I definitely recommend bringing like a stand-up fan for your bedroom if you like to sleep in cooler climates. There is, however, a heater in each room which you can control yourself. Cleaners come in twice a week, but this can change a little bit depending on COVID. They may come in more or less. In terms of the backyard, in 2021, we did have quite a successful veggie patch happening. However, due to all of the construction, it had to move around quite a bit, so not quite sure what state it is in for 2022, but I definitely encourage you to give it some loving because it did produce quite a yield of fruit and veg for everyone living in Shep in 2021. The backyard, again, has reduced in size a bit due to the new buildings. However, the labyrinth still stands, which is a great place to do yoga, and there are tables and chairs outside, along with a barbecue area to hang out with everyone. Being located right across the road from the hospital, there is an opportunity to come home in your lunch break to make lunch and hang out with everyone at home, which I think is a huge pro. Okay, there we have it. So all in all, I really enjoyed my time in sunny Shepparton. It's a great town with some really great people. If you're into sports and exercise, I highly recommend joining a club of some kind. We were in mixed netball where we played on Wednesday nights, which is heaps of fun. I was also in Shep Run Club, which was a great group of people. We trained 3 times a week, so that was super fun. There's also a bunch of gyms around, so have a look at those. There's great cafes. GB Coffee and Brother Pablo had the best coffee in my opinion, and being located right across the road from the hospital, it just made things really easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful when moving into Shepparton. If you have any more questions, make sure you reach out to Outlook via our Facebook page or contact DRH Accommodation. They're really good in answering any questions you have. Also check out our last video on YouTube, which Emily recorded at the beginning of MD2, showing what the first weeks of placement are like. See you later.